All right, have and have not fans, hope you're doing well. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Let's try to get to 75 likes. Hit the bell icon and select all, allowing all notifications. That way you know when I post new content, do live streams, and everything else in between on the channel. We're only like at 15.4% of my subscribers who have done that. Let's try to get to at least 30 by the end of the year. So again, hit the bell, select all, allowing all notifications to pop up on your end when I post to the channel. Also hit subscribe so we can try to hit 150,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Now this video might be a bit controversial because I know there are a lot of people, well, if memory serves, I haven't checked this in a while, but I want to say that the channel is still consisting of 70+% female. So I know a lot of people that look at Benny as eye candy, kind of like the same way people love Veronica for adding that craziness factor to the show. So if you feel like this video is a attack on Benny, you're kind of right. But here's the thing. There are a lot of characters on this show who I just have accepted either aren't going to be killed off or we're just going to be stuck with them for a while. Justin is one of them. But that doesn't mean the characters couldn't be written better. But this video, I'll kind of dip my toe into that topic, but more so something that really needs to happen. Benny Young needs his, or excuse me, let me just say it as Hannah would say it. Benjamin Young, he needs his ass whooped. Now, if you watch Digimon Data Squad, that's a random example. That's technically like season 5 of the Digimon series. Marcus Damon, who was kind of like the Tai or Davis or Takato of that particular season, his whole thing was being a street fighter, at least in the Japanese dub. He wants to be the greatest fighter ever in the American version. But in any case, he goes around just punching people, punching Digimon, and he never really got an ass kicking. He got beaten up once or twice, but that honestly didn't change his character overall. So the entire series is like, if he would have gotten his ass kicked once or twice to teach him the importance of being not so much of a hothead, then he probably would have turned out better than he did. That's the best example I come up with Benny, because there have been plenty of times Benny has fought with other characters, specifically male. I mean, he's overpowered certain females, like, you know, Quita, for instance, when he was saving his nephew. But here's the thing. Warlock, Quincy, David, Derek. I feel like there's somebody I'm missing. I could be missing someone. But in any case, there were a lot of fights where Benny kind of staged it in a way, or at the very least, he didn't officially win. Oh, and Jim Cryer. So Jim, David, Warlock, Quincy, Derek. Okay. So there have been a lot of fights Benny has been in. He beat the hell out of Jim. Mitch even said that technically, man, you didn't beat that old guy. He was holding his own, in reference to David outside the tow yard. He beat Quincy multiple times, even before the series started, because one time, you know, Candace had said, why'd you tell Benny about Quincy? Because you know how Benny gets when he even hears Quincy's name. And then with Warlock, he did not win that fight. Warlock actually pushed him back. That's when, you know, Quincy Jr. got shot. Like, it was Mitch and Benny against Warlock and his crew, because Benny and Warlock were going at it. Both of them got some hits in, but at the end of the day, they were just outmatched and outnumbered. So Benny didn't technically lose that fight, but he didn't win either. It would have been a great scene to see those two going at it one-on-one, but it was never officially declared a winner. So Benny's record, if you will, technically I'll give him 2 out of 5. Here's what I mean. Again, David and Benny fought twice. Like, there was that one time where Benny went over to the campaign office. I remember that because I remember the trailer actually showed Benny and David going at it like they were choking each other. But then when the actual episode aired, they only went at it for like 3 seconds. Landon came in and then the fight was over, and I was so pissed off about that. So David and Benny, there's never been an official winner. Because remember, even at the tow yard, there was Mitch breaking it up. Then you also get to the Warlock fight, which I just explained. There was never a clear winner because, again, it was a numbers game. It wasn't officially one-on-one, plus there were guns involved. Then Jim, obviously, Benny just beat his ass. There's no explanation there. He won that brawl. Then you also have the Quincy situation where there's been multiple times. Every time Quincy got his ass whooped. whether it be when he was beaten up outside the strip club, or after, Benny had rigged his truck, because remember, this was when he owned the tow yard at the time. And he set it up where I think he paid for Quincy's bail, but then he rigged the seatbelt to not work. So when he sped up and drove the truck off road, Quincy was the one that was badly hurt. He dragged him out, beat the hell out of him in the street, and then left him for the police with some drugs on him. And then we get to the Derek, which wasn't really a fight. He literally just punched him a couple times, and Derek didn't want to fight back. Now, you could argue that the Jim Cryer wasn't even an official fight, because Jim didn't want to smoke, but he kept running his mouth. So I will say that he talked himself into an ass whooping. So I will count that as a win. Technically, yeah. Benny is technically 2-2. Yeah, because the Derek is the middle ground, because Derek didn't even want to fight. So Benny has a decent track record, but at the end of the day, he still needs an ass whooping. My biggest thing is whoop Benny's ass, put him in a coma again, and then when he wakes up, his personality is going to be back intact how it was during the first chunk of season 1 before he came out of the coma, off life support, and he's just been acting differently ever since, and nobody's really addressed that whatsoever. So I really do hope that Benny gets an ass whooping just to teach him a lesson. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on this. And as always, I appreciate the love and support on the channel. And no, I don't count the time that he punched Jeffrey for kissing him as a fight. He just roughed him up a bit. All right, guys. But if you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal, Cash App, or join Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And who knows, maybe he'll try to get rough with Charles. Secret Service will kick it. Honestly, I think Charles could kick Benny's ass, because the dude knows martial arts. So there's that. I think he could. Just saying. All right, but again, like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.